faced an instant classic in their first matchup against the Raiders. Can Las Vegas sweep the series? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater. First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuegbuna. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okuegbuna. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Room past the 20. There he goes left side. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. Fights through him, evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Vegas.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 22, Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Bridgewater. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back in the 25. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Farrell, that got in there to bring him down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Runs through the contact. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncosans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss. Second and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
On the ground, this is Williams. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receivers too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Please watch the offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. On the move, and Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun. Watson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. Bridgewater on 1st down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 2.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Watson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Williams.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, it's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Faking the give. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Watson's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 in 2nd. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Bridgewater. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. To try again after the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 16, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He's at the 40. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Touchdown, Broncos!
K.J. Hamler.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Watson's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So now 2nd and 10. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the field.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Watson off play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's Smith to return it, and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Javonte offense back out onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. There's a nice move. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Second down and goal. Watson flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Deshaun Watson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Bridgewater to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack. We'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. It is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails.
So now Bridgewater and the Broncos
down by 7, 43 seconds to go. Now Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade American.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect